Hey you, and thank you for coming in, checking out Sweet Tea Talks for Sweet Tea Yoga's Wholebody by Sweet Tea Beginning Yoga and Wellness Series. This is the close of week 2, the Sacral Chakra. I thank you again so much. I've been keeping the videos going. We did week 1, the root chakra, day 1, where we focused on the asanas. And then day 2, where I provided the foods, herbs, spices, and oils to keep that root chakra invigorated and to help you begin to balance it and to just support that root chakra. And the other concept of it, or the notion rather, is to get you to begin bringing in those holistic items, the food, spices, herbs, and the use of the oils to really begin help you move toward a holistic lifestyle. So it's just integrating those things in chunks so that it can be manageable for you, because yoga meets you where you are. And I want to ensure that I just reach as many people as I can in terms of this push to yoga and holistic wellness, okay? Especially at a time when we need to be so cognizant of our bodies and what we put in them, all right? So again, this is the close of week 2. Please go right now. Hit that like button. Just like, subscribe, the bell. And believe you me, I will not overwhelm you with a bunch of videos all the time. I am 2 videos within a 7-day time frame. And the first one, again, is just focusing on beginning yoga asanas that help you. And I broke it down based on the chakras. That was my simplified way of bringing you basic beginning yoga, okay? Not a flow, but just certain moves that can help support you. And then also to teach you about the chakras for those of you who may have an interest in understanding the energies that live within our being, okay? And then the food, spices, and herbs, again, that support it. So day 2 of week 2, food, spices, herbs, and oils that support the sacral chakra. So just to recap, remember that sacral chakra supports emotions, creativity, and sexuality. So again, if you're feeling free, if you're open, if you're connected, if you have compassion, you're creative and inspired, you're just able to really flow and jive with, people. I said jive, I was born in the 70s, but just to commingle, to interact. And again, this is not necessarily just relationships. This is also, parent, sibling, friends, job, you're just in good spirits. That sacral chakra is in balance, okay? However, in imbalanced, whether it's imbalanced or overactive sacral chakra, you could be moody. You could even find yourself being manipulative. You can be withdrawn, restricted, not free sexually, holding yourself back, unable to connect, no creativity whatsoever, uninspired, wondering where your passion has gone, and just feeling low on emotion. So the sacral chakra, it is important that we have that chakra in balance. Again, it is right above the root chakra, and that's your lower end. And so again, you can't work up to your confidence and then the heart and advocating for yourself and then just having that consciousness if the base is unaligned. So we're here to support that. So just to move this along, because I know you guys don't like to sit in a video too long. Again, like, subscribe, and think about who you're going to share this with. Think about who you love, who you care about, who you feel can begin opening up their body, working on their health, and integrating healthy foods and cooking with spices and herbs that can support their bodies, okay? And please share this video. It is very difficult to share wellness, but I'm asking you to share that wellness, share the health, okay? Love yourself to health with Sweet Tea. All right, so the sacral chakra deals with the element of water. The element of water governs it. And so, of course, that immediately connects to plenty of fluids, okay? So you want to drink plenty of water, typically all the time. Remember, you should actually be drinking half your body weight in ounces. Okay, so if you weigh 100 pounds, you should have at least 50 ounces of water. If you weigh 200 pounds, you should have 100 ounces of water, if that makes sense. So you do the math. Ounces, half your body weight, okay, is what you should typically be drinking. But when that sacral chakra is out of balance, you may want to try to increase that, okay? And you can do that with teas, and you can even do tea with some of the herbs that I'm going to share with you today. So plenty of water, fresh fruit juices, soups, and smoothies all fall into this category in terms of foods that support the sacral chakra, all right? In terms of those smoothies, please, as a word of caution from Sweet Tea, you know I focus on holistic health, please don't mix your vegetables with your fruit because they have different digestion times. And I know that's something common that we do, but begin to separate that. If you're going to have a fruit smoothie, have a fruit smoothie. Put some sea moss in it. Be certain that it's wild crafted sea moss, and that will help you. Okay, you can get that down, and you don't have to worry about a different digestive time, and if you're actually getting the full use of the nutrients or not, or you know, overworking your gut. If you're going to do a vegetable smoothie, then let it be just vegetables. All right, so foods. Now, for the root chakra, I showed you a sweet potato. And the reason I showed you sweet potatoes is because I don't eat white potato, okay? But specifically, sweet potatoes and yams do govern the sacral chakra. Now, keep in mind, the sacral chakra is orange, all right? So I wore orange in my video on the sacral chakra, my orange leotard, and I want to reflect the orange. And as you just may think, orange fruits govern the sacral chakra, as well as tropical fruits. So tropical fruits, pineapples, papaya, mango, even apricots, tangerines, oranges, all work and assist and support that sacral chakra. Strawberries also, melons, and cranberries, because keep in mind the sacral chakra is supported, not supported by, but that energy also connects to your kidney, the bladder, and the digestive region, okay? So think about how, you know, even in science, we think of cranberries as a tool to help if you have certain bladder infections and things of that nature, urinary tract infections. Again, as I told you from the beginning of the series, some of you may not believe in, you know, certain aspects of spirituality, or your belief systems may stifle you, but it does connect. All right, the science and the spirituality does connect. So I don't want to offend anyone. I want everyone to find understanding and knowledge in this, because we all deserve to be healthy. We all deserve to know how to support our bodies from the inside out naturally, plant-based, okay? So we talked about the fruits. Coconuts also support the sacral chakra, all right? Passion fruits support the sacral chakra, and you can get those items, you know, you can use them in various ways. Okay, the fruits, you can use coconut oil, you know, preserves or jellies, but, you know, as long as you're integrating those things, and be certain if you do a preserve, it doesn't have processed sugar, okay? All right, no, this is holistic health. We want to do our best to stay healthy. In terms of the herbs and spices, oh my God, so coriander, I don't know if you see that. So like ground coriander. Now coriander is a spice that's commonly found in Cajun and Creole seasonings. So if you ever want to spice it up and give it a nice flavor, like make your own Cajun Creole season, you can mix coriander with cayenne. Now cayenne supports the root, but again, just give you an example of how coriander can be used. It can be used on fish, which, you know, I don't eat meat, but if you guys do meat or your veggies, you can put that, add coriander. And again, our turmeric, all right, we know turmeric is used in curry. There's so many health benefits to turmeric. I even use this in my breakfast foods. Put it in my eggs and things. Ginger, all right. Now keep in mind with ginger, you can use the ginger, loose ginger, or definitely raw. I prefer the raw. I use raw in my detox water and teas, okay? My teas. And you can also drink a ginger tea. if that's what you prefer, you know, if you want it to already be bagged. Also, different cardamom. Let me see, rosemary oils. So let's get to the oils. So we can use rosemary. Now, rosemary, of course, you can make your own rosemary oil by buying fresh rosemary if you want, and soaking it lightly. Ylang ylang is another really nice. Look, that's that white. Ylang ylang. Now, I do have another bottle, so that's how it's spelled. You may say ylang ylang. No, it's ylang ylang. Here's the Whole Foods brand. Okay, that's how that's spelled. And that's used in a lot of nice sensual scents as well. Ylang ylang. Geranium is another one. Geranium is another really good one. For the sacral. Rose. I don't know if you can see that. So like a rose. So this is Rose Absolute. So you have both rose and rosemary. Geranium. And one of my favorites is, this is actually just a mix. It's a fragrance, but I really like how it smells on because it helps to calm and balance me. So that is a fragrance, but this is the Absolute. So the Absolute is in the raw. When you see the word Absolute, it's raw. So this is the full jasmine. Or you have, you know, I like my jasmine fragrance, geranium. And mind you, these are a variety of costs. The Ylang ylang is a bit more pricey in this particular bunch. So you want to, you know, use that sparingly if it's something you want to last. Because again, you see these little bottles are pretty small, but they're very nice. You can put them in diffusers. Again, you can even cook with the rosemary. You can use the rosemary in your scalp. I use rosemary in my hair product. So again, even if you just, because it stimulates the scalp, rosemary, all right? So, and fresh rosemary, of course, you can even do water, rosemary water, and cleanse your hair with it. So there are various ways that you can get the scent, that aromatherapy, and the benefit of these oils, because most of these oils, you know, there's the live herb that you can utilize, or the plant, okay, for these. That is why it's best to use plant-based remedies, whether it's the oil or the actual root or herb, to support your body. Again, it's all plant-based. And hibiscus is another one. So this is tea in the bag. I like to show you the tea in the bag, but this is what it sort of looks like loose. And, you know, various cultures use this. So in Mexico, they call it Jamaica. Yeah, we say Jamaica, but they say Jamaica. And so it's a really good tea that they make. And then, of course, in Jamaica, we know, I think the hibiscus is what's used to make the sal punch, and bisap juice in certain West African countries. Bisap, all right? I know mainly some of the French African speaking countries. So some of the others may use it as well. So this is a plant that's cross-continental, and it is very good for you. Hibiscus has multiple health benefits as well, but I'm not getting into that. The health benefits completely with this series. I'm just giving you the foods, spices, herbs, oils that support the chakra. And again, I gave you the moves that support that chakra. But in thinking about the moves and that chakra, it's a way, again, to get into beginning yoga. So remember, we talked about like the warriors, warrior 2, and how it supports this region, peaceful warrior, goddess pose, whatnot. We looked at Baddha Konasana, bound feet. So please go back and check that week 2 video, the first video, day 1. I'm in my orange leotard, and I'm going through the movements that really help to open, guys, and create that flexibility and that openness that you need to begin to initiate that creativity, that freedom, and just the flow of emotions from being blocked. Now, again, there can be a lot of things that have triggered those blockages, and don't get me wrong, we all go through trouble and trauma in our lives. And again, this is why I talk about yoga and holistic wellness from the perspective of self-care. This is self-care. Now, if you really need to see, you know, a therapist or a counselor, please do that, because I do feel in the African American community, you know, I like to say we're Moors, our original indigenous peoples. We don't tend to embrace those philosophies, but we should. But we also need to couple that with holistic wellness, plant-based wellness as the ancestors. And that is what Sweet Tea is here doing with the Wholebody by Sweet Tea, beginning yoga and holistic health wellness series. So, last but not least, also nuts and legumes support this chakra. So again, I just want to show my garganza beans because or chickpeas if you will. So I talked about these even with the root, but nuts and legumes also support the sacral, cashews, walnuts. Again, I'm from Texas, so I like pecans. I'm just a pecan girl. I put pecans in everything. But almonds of course have calcium. They're healthier, but be careful with almonds. If you eat too many, you can get an upset stomach. So you only want to do a handful of almonds. You can still get your calcium and all of the nutritious benefits from the almonds without overdoing it. And lentils are really good for digestion. Okay, so these are some healthy legumes. The garganza and lentil beans do have more nutrients than like just a traditional black bean or red bean. But to each his own, as long as you're combining it with other things that support your body. These fruits, tropical fruits and whatnot, plenty of water, fresh fruit juices, and the herbs and spices that I've just shared with you. Also, I said tangerine and orange oils also are supportive. And orange smells really good and it's really uplifting when you diffuse it. So it's tangerine, okay? And you can also put orange in natural household cleaners. So in doing that, it just really lifts the spirit. And again, it's a natural plant-based way in doing so. So again, thank you for joining me. Day 2, where I just give you the foods and whatnot to support that sacral chakra. Go back and go through the moves on week 2, the sacral chakra, and go back to week 1 if you need. You can always go back and continue practicing and building on it. And stay tuned because this week coming up, we're going into week 3, the solar plexus. All right. So every week I'm bringing you 2 videos, 6 to 7 days apart. Again, I'm going through the beginning yoga moves that support it. We'll be breathing. And I truly, truly hope you're going back, checking out the videos, working your body, sharing the videos, and then looking at the foods and the fruits, herbs, and oils that support it. Please comment and let me know if you're trying this or if you're sharing it or what you even think about it. Do you think it's a great idea? Do you think this is an easy way to get into yoga for those of us who have that fear, who feel like, oh, I can't do yoga? This is for you, all right? Sweet Tea Talks for Sweet Tea Yoga, focusing on the whole body by Sweet Tea. Again, thank you for paying attention, for tuning in and sharing my beginning yoga and wellness series. I'm here for the community. I'm here to share the wellness. Thank you so much. Follow me on Instagram and here on YouTube. And stay tuned for week 3. Namaste. Love yourself to health with Sweet Tea.